Hey everyone, I'm Catherine. I'm here with Dr. Bacon for another Breakfast with Bacon, and today we're going to be talking about food sensitivities.
So food sensitivities, IgE, IgG, IgA. IgE are the ones that are going to be really immediate. Like they just have an immediate response. Boom. You get it, you get exposed to something, a wasp thing or whatever, boom, really big, hot, here it is, there it is. And then IgG and IgA can be a delayed reaction. So it could be something that you eat yesterday and you start to feel some drainage the next day. Could not last up to about a week or so. So and you can test for these, but a lot of those things, they're just kind of giving us an idea of what's going on. Really, the best way to test for any kind of food sensitivity is eliminate a bunch of different foods or the foods that you think are bothering you, and then reintroduce breakfast, lunch, dinner, and see how you do. And the elimination has to be 2 to 3 weeks. It can be longer, like a whole month, but we've gotten some good results by just taking somebody off of it for 2 to 3 weeks and then reintroducing it and, seeing how the body responds. Not always the best way to do that because you kind of know something's coming for some people. So, and then the next thing we're talking about too, though, is what are some signs of having food sensitivities?
Like the gas, bloating, migraines, skin issues like acne or rashes.
Yeah, eczema is a great one, right? Yep. Clammy hands could be another thing too, right? Confused,
cravings for
sugar cravings or certain foods, right? Yep. So as we talk through this, those are kind of the idea of the signs. Well, now what are some of those things, those foods that are actually the sensitivities?
Yeah, dairy, gluten, eggs, nightshades.
Yeah, think about this, right? These are some foods that we're eating on a regular basis that might be good for us, right? And a lot of these egg stuff too is conventional eggs too. They're not like organic, the good kind of, the good healthy eggs. So when you start to figure this out, this may be stuff you have to take away. Another thing that we're going to talk about too could be chocolate, could be soy, right?
Corn.
Yeah, and some nuts, some seeds, things like that. Now, and oats and things like that can also be. But if you have a food sensitivity toward any of those things, you should notice some of those signs and symptoms, some congestion, some other stuff, inflammation, and then we would try to pull those down and move those away to see if your body responded better by not having them in. In fact, most of these food sensitivities are because of a leaky gut. So when we talk about this, when you have an infant, their small guts are open and leaking because they want large proteins to get across that membrane to get in to help rebuild and to fortify the growing baby. However, we get a certain age, they seal up so that nothing gets behind that enemy lines. Well, as we have more stress, we have more digestive issues, we produce less acid, all those things start to manifest a leaky gut, which then allows those proteins to get behind the enemy lines, create irritations, autoimmune, other problems, other conditions, right? So what can we do to help support our body? One, we just said about fish oil. What other supplements and stuff that we can do to help support our gut for the food sensitivities?
Yeah, some products that we love are like this Carbo G. This is some enzymes and probiotics to help you digest certain vegetables, grains, different carbs. So if you suspect that some of those types of foods are giving you some issues, this would be a good product. Also, glutarase, if you notice that gluten causes you some issues, if you know that you're going to be eating gluten, if you're dining out or going to a party, some kind of social event where you know you're going to be eating some gluten, this would be good. It's going to inactivate the gluten and help you digest it. So this is always a good thing to take with you when you're traveling or on the go. Stash it in your purse, your bag, whatever.
Yeah, we don't go anywhere without it. In fact, any kind of trip we go on. And it's not that we're saying, hey, go eat this, right? But we want to make you prepared just in case, if you're at a restaurant and there's, or you're out to eat and there's nothing really else, and you don't know what may have gluten in it, right? That's where this is going to help support you. So, Catherine, thank you. This is an excellent one. Hope you guys have really dove into all of this kind of gut health, digestive, gassy, bloating, all this stuff that goes along with your own health. Remember, what you eat here, is very important to feed the whole rest of the body. If you have problems here, you're going to have problems probably throughout the whole system. Does that make sense? So we appreciate you guys paying attention, Catherine. Thank you. And thank you guys for sharing this with your friends and family. And we'll see you again on the next Breakfast with Bacon.